Now broadcasting live from the studios of ESPN Radio Winchester, it's time for the Afternoon Handoff. Hosted by the voice of Franklin County, Johnny Hand. Local stories, real conversations, Southern Middle Tennessee sports, straight from the source. This is the Afternoon Handoff.
And welcome. It is Thursday, the Afternoon Handoff. Johnny Hand in studio here at ESPN Radio 1340, 106.9 WCDT Winchester. Head on over to that ESPN Radio Winchester Facebook page. Check us out on that Hall Furniture Superstore live stream. It is a great place for you to watch, to listen, and as always, our favorite part, to interact. And you're going to want to check us out here in hour number 2 this afternoon. We're going to have a lot of fun. I've got Principal Allison Dietz, Kim Hasty, and Catherine Bruce, the adults. But then I have Bella, Susie, Mia, and Kaysen, students coming from I always say St. Andrews. Oh, I'm going to get in trouble. I'm going to mess up so bad. In the second hour from Swanee Elementary School, the Tigers are going to be celebrating their 100th birthday. They've got a big celebration coming up in May, and they're going to be in studio with me this afternoon to talk about that. Looking forward to talking to Miss Allison, Kim, Catherine, talking to the students, and just going to be talking about some Swanee. I do that all the time, and I don't know why, but it's going to be Swanee Elementary School celebrating 100 years. And I want to invite you tonight to make sure we know that March Madness is back in action this evening, but Tennessee does not play until tomorrow. And so we are going to be broadcasting our first Franklin County High School varsity softball game tonight. And so you're going to want to tune into that. Joe Abraham and I will be on the call, and looking forward to that. It's a big district matchup. I know Coach K and the ladies are excited that we're coming out. We came over last Thursday and watched them play, so we're going to bring some equipment over tonight, and we're going to bring you the game. So we encourage you, come on out. It's always I know the kids like it when you're there live. It's always better live. We don't pretend that it's not. But if you cannot make it out tonight, first pitch is at 5:30. Tune us in. You can find us at 1340 on the AM dial. You can find us at 106.9 on the FM dial. Better yet, I always encourage you, head over to the Apple Store, the Android Store, and download that WCDT app. And you can listen to us from the comfort of your Hall Furniture recliner this evening. But we're very excited about that. Again, first pitch is at 5:30 tonight, and it's a big district matchup against Giles County. So you're going to want to come out and check that out. Again, if you can't make it live, do make sure you tune in. But I do have I'm going to have a full studio in the second hour, so you want to make sure that we go over the schedule for all the spring events that are going on. The spring schedule, man, it is absolutely packed. There are some changes that I was advised of last night that I want to share with you about tomorrow night. But tonight, it is Thursday. Franklin County Middle School softball is heading over to Whithorn. First pitch is at 5 o'clock, and they'll have a JV game afterwards. The Franklin County Middle School baseball is also on the road. They're traveling to Whitwell, and the varsity game, the first pitch is at 5 o'clock. They have a JV game after. And then Huntland Middle School Baseball, all the middle school teams in our county on the road. Huntland Middle School Baseball on the road to Lewisburg. Their first pitch is at 5:30. Huntland Middle School Softball at home tonight. So if you're on that side of the county, stop by. Liberty's coming to town. It's a 6 o'clock first pitch. The Franklin County Baseball, the Rebels are beginning the Viking Classic and that's at home over there on that beautiful Gamble Park. They'll be playing baseball over there tonight, tomorrow, and Saturday. So you got plenty of time to get over there and get some Rebel baseball in and some visiting teams. I need to get with Coach and figure out some times for you. So I'll send him a text during the break and see if we can't get that for you. Franklin County High School boys soccer is at home tonight. Warren County is coming to town. Big matchup. The JV will kick off at 5 o'clock. The varsity match will kick off at 7 at the home pitch over there at Franklin County High School. And then, as I said, Franklin County High School softball is at home tonight. Big district matchup. Giles County is coming to town. First pitch at 5:30. Joe Abraham and I will be on the call. So we invite you to come hang out with us. Rumor is that we are going to invite Softball Dad, the infamous Softball Dad, to stop by and say hello. And I know a lot of you are just dying to know who this guy is, and hopefully he'll come on. But I'll be reaching out to him. Joe's still not talking to him, but I'm going to say hello as I did last game. We were over there last week and invite him to stop by and say hello. And then tomorrow on Friday, Franklin County Middle School baseball is heading up the mountain to Grundy. They'll have a first pitch at 5 o'clock. The JV game will be after that. Huntland High School softball is heading over to Tullahoma for a first pitch at 5:30. The Franklin County High School baseball, the Viking Classic, continues over at Gamble Park. Now, if you look at the amazing, and again, thank you, Carter Pinkleton, over at the home office for the school system. If you look at your calendar for tomorrow, it shows a middle school track meet at Riverdale High School. That has been canceled. We're expecting some ugly weather coming through tomorrow. So north and south, the middle school track meet at Riverdale High School on Friday tomorrow has been canceled. I'll get you some information if and when they decide to reschedule that. And then Saturday is supposed to be pretty again. It's not supposed to be very hot, but it's not going to be rainy, and so we'll take it. But there is the Huntland High School baseball JV has a play day over at Cornersville, and the Viking Classic continues over at Gamble Park for Franklin County High School baseball. And then we had a special guest on Tuesday from the Franklin County High School track team, the first varsity home track meet of the season. So you've got an opportunity to come out Saturday for the see some Franklin County High School track athletes. They're at home this Saturday. Then they're on the road the next week. And then they're back at home again in 2 weeks. I'll keep you posted. You don't have to remember that, but I'm just throwing it out there. But this is the first. It's a couple of things that makes this exciting. It's the first home meet of the season. That's always fun. They've already had 2 meets, so they're warmed up, ready to impress you. But the other thing is it's going to be the biggest. There are 7 teams that are going to be in this track meet on Saturday. And looking at one of the fun things about track is if you go to the Mile Split TN, that's Mile Split Tennessee, but if you know Mile Split TN, you can look up each meet, and it shows you the entries. And gosh, we've got some competition coming. So our athletes are off to a good start this season. But they're going to get pushed on Saturday, so you're going to get an opportunity to come out and see some really talented track athletes in several different events. And so that track meet will start, and that's the beauty. Now, track is a commitment. I'm not going to lie to you, not pretend that it's not. It lasts for some time. But the beauty of track is it doesn't start exceptionally early. So the field events do not start until 10 o'clock. And if you've not been over to the track facility, and we've been pumping it up a lot this week because I think a lot of folks aren't aware of how blessed we are and what a nice facility that we have. But if you head over to the track meet, it'll start at 10 o'clock. They do the field events at 10. The field events, shot put, discus, high jump, long jump, triple jump, pole vault. Love the pole vault. Events along those lines. That starts at 10 o'clock. The running events and those things do not start until afterwards because you want to give those kids a chance to get finished up. And pole vault and high jump, those things are happening right there in the middle of the track. But gosh, you need to come out. We've got a Brandon Walker in the high jump has signed Division I track scholarship to Rice University in Texas. The real deal. He's a top-notch high jumper. He's had the school record in high jump now for a couple of years. Added 2 inches to that height. He's jumped 6 feet 6 inches over the last weekend meet in Riverdale. He's phenomenal. But what we didn't realize is he decided he wanted to be a hurdler, and now he's like winning the hurdler meets and the hurdler heats, which is crazy. Briley Taylor finally getting healthy. Just had a birthday a couple days ago. Happy birthday, Briley. We love you. Turned 17, but she was a high jump state champion in middle school. Has had some injuries that she's been dealing with, but she's back healthy and will be jumping on Saturday as well. And so we've got some really good athletes. Josh Smith will be out running. We got I don't want to start naming because I'll leave somebody off. But just know that if you come out, you're gonna be thoroughly entertained. It's gonna be a long day, but we have some top-notch facilities. The concession stand is not technically open, but there is a food truck guy that's coming. I think he's gonna run out of the concession stand for us. But there will be barbecue, hot dogs. There will be hamburgers. We have restrooms. I mean, they've really done a lot of work. This thing just kind of sprung up out in the middle of a field, just a few years ago. I think we're only on year 4 of having a track, but it is a beautiful facility. We've got bleachers. A lot of folks like to bring their blankets, bring their lawn chairs, and kick back right there by the starting line. So there's plenty of room. We got plenty. The amenities are there. The facilities are there. Only $5 to get in. That is absolutely the lowest ticket price of any of our high school sports. So come on out. We encourage you. I've been talking with Coach Zach Norwood and Coach Tony this week, and we've got some kids that are a little disappointed. Just be honest. The Riverdale meet last Saturday, there was some very wonky timekeeping and some other things, and so in fact they wound up the meet did not even post their results. Chewy sneaking in on the back. I got his. You need your. What are you doing?
I'm just messing with one little thing.
Chewy's coming in. What? But anyway, they're a little disappointed. One of the fun things about the TN mile split TN is when you go to those track meets, you can see the entries before the track meet starts. After the track meet is over, you go there to check out your results. But the results last week were really, and I don't know what happened. I'm not blaming it. It happens. Gosh, it's a long meet. But a lot of the times were wrong, and in fact, they wound up not posting results. We got results, but there was a lot of issues, and so they have not posted any of the results from the meet last week because they even acknowledged that unfortunately, for whatever reason, they didn't get it right. So. Anyway, but I tell you that to tell you that that's got the conversation that was had this week was, it was at Riverdale. Riverdale is coming to this meet, and so you've got an opportunity immediately to remind them just how good we are, and so we're excited about it. We invite you to come out, and Chewy's doing all kinds of technical stuff. Am I doing bad?
No, you're doing
Oriental movie dubbing going on. Is that what we're fixing? I got the two thumbs up from Chewy. Thank you. I think, but anyway, wanted to make sure that we invited you to come out to the track meet on Saturday. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be sunny, but it's only gonna be about 60 degrees, so it's not gonna be hot, not gonna be cold. We're gonna have some good food, gonna have some good drinks, and then of course, if you tuned in this morning, and I know you did. Therapy Thursday, we had Coach Reed was on the program and the head football coach of Franklin County High School, talking to Joe and talking to Chewy, and talking about that big Tullahoma scrimmage that's going to be coming up. That's going to be the official ending of the spring practice. And so I'm getting dialed in here.
I'm sorry, Johnny. I don't mean to keep interrupting you.
But anyway, James, I see James Price is watching. James is the president of the quarterback club. We're going to get with you because there's two amazing things about this spring game scrimmage that's going to be very special. One is it's against Tullahoma, and anytime we get to play Tullahoma in anything, that always makes for a fun time. But the other thing that's special, and you heard Joe Abraham, he's been saying this over and over again, and we're going to say it over and over again until that time. Part of the deal with this game is that they're going to pre-sell tickets. And so 100% of every dollar spent on a ticket that's purchased before the game from one of our players or from the school or from the quarterback club will go to the Franklin County football program. So we're going to encourage you you're going to want to go. And so we're going to encourage you to make sure that we get those tickets done. We're figuring out the logistics. All this just came out yesterday. It was announced at the tail end of the afternoon handoff yesterday. And so we're going to keep you posted on that, where you can buy those tickets. I know all the players will have those tickets available. I think we're talking to Doug Garrett over at the Russell Barnett about having some of those tickets. I think we're going to try to get some here at the station. But, again, it's going to be very, very – two things are important. First and foremost, that you show up. So let's make plans to head over to Tullahoma together for that big spring game scrimmage. And then the other thing that is very important is that you are going. So let's make sure that we are getting our tickets before the game because, again, 100% of those ticket sales pre-game, if you buy at the gate, you are literally giving your money directly to the dark side. They are keeping all the money at the gate. So it's very crucial that we buy as many tickets and all the tickets that we're going to get before the game. And we'll keep you posted on that. And so you just stay tuned right here. And, again, very excited to announce. So we made that announcement yesterday before the show went off the air. But very excited to announce because we weren't exactly sure until Joe stuck his head in also yesterday during the show. You never know what's going to happen. Chewy's over here making magic happen. I don't even know what the heck's going on, but I know something good's happening. And
We're making you sound beautiful.
and I'm not allowed to touch the mouse, so I'm sure some incredible technological wonders are happening as you hear me ramble on. But again, want to remind you tonight, make sure that you stay tuned in. Take a little break from that March Madness basketball. Tennessee's not playing tonight. Vandy is not playing the rest of the the season, unfortunately. So the Tennessee game, and another note, a program note, the Vols are playing tomorrow, but they're not playing till like 9 o'clock. And so that will not impact any of our programming. The afternoon handoff will be on as scheduled, as usual, 2 to 4 on Friday. And so we'll be looking forward to hearing from you. I'm going to have a great guest on tomorrow. I've got Barry Fraley, the commander of the VFW Post, is going to be in studio with me tomorrow. I ran into him, of all places. I talked to him at the funeral home on Sunday, and he told me that there was a very special state-level meeting in reference to a veterans issue that he's going to be attending tomorrow. And he asked me if he could come on and share that. I'm a veteran. This county does an amazing job of loving and respecting and revering veterans. And so, of course, I invited Barry Fraley to come on tomorrow. So he's going to be on tomorrow at the 2 o'clock hour. And we're going to be talking about, and it's going to be fresh because literally the meeting is in the morning. And then he's coming over in the afternoon. And we're going to talk about what took place and what happens, what that means to the veterans in our state, what that means to our veterans here in Franklin County also directly. And so look forward to that. And so we encourage you to check in. And then just a program note as well. Next week is spring break. We'll have regular programming. I've got the Argo twins are coming in on Monday. They had their signing day to continue their football careers, and they're going to the same college. It's interestingly enough, my twin daughters are having their first college visits. They have 2 visits scheduled next week during spring break, but I'm looking forward to having the Argo twins on Monday to talk about where they're going to school, what they want to study. And let me tell you, I've talked to them about it before, and so I know where they're going. I know what they've talked about studying. They are very, very smart. And so you'll want to tune in for that. And then Tuesday, we've got a special guest coming. Wednesday, you're going to want to tune in. Joe Abraham is going to be taking over the afternoon handoff because I am going to I'm not going to the Monday college visit with the girls, but I am going to the Wednesday college visit with the girls. So you're going to want to tune in. And as we discovered the last time I took some time off, you never know what's going to happen on the afternoon handoff. Joe and Chewy are different versions of themselves in the PM hours. And so I appreciate Joe giving me an opportunity to go, though, to this college visit with my wife and the girls. We're looking forward to going to Tennessee Tech. And we used to live in Cookeville the first 7 years we were married before we moved back here to my wife's hometown 20 years ago. It'll be 21 years this Labor Day weekend. But anyway, I'm excited to get up and tour Tennessee Tech. That's where my wife graduated from as well. And so we're excited that the girls are considering that and looking forward to getting up there to visit with them and get to go out to eat and visit some friends of ours that still live there. So other than that, like I said, the starting lineup next week, 7 to 9, Monday to Friday, not spring break affected. The afternoon handoff will be on 2 to 4 all next week, not spring break affected. So make sure you stay tuned in right here. And don't go over. We're going to take a real quick break. Going to be back to finish up some more in this first hour. Again, stay tuned. I know a lot of you are anxious and excited. I am too. Suwanee Elementary School is going to be here in the second hour. We've got Principal Allison Dietz and Kim Hasty, Catherine Bruce coming from Suwanee Elementary School, and then Bella, Susie, Mia, and Kaysen coming. I've got 2 4th graders, 2 5th graders coming, and they're going to be talking about the big 100th anniversary celebration of Suwanee Elementary School that's taking place on May the 8th at 5 o'clock. So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. It is the Afternoon Handoff here on ESPN Radio, 1340, 106.9, WCDT, Winchester.
For a limited time, TVA Energy Right is offering up to $500 in cash rebates for attic insulation and air sealing through your local power company. Prince Insulation, part of TVA's quality contractor network, ensures licensed, insured professionals get the job done right. Proper insulation can lower your energy bill by up to 10% and keep your home comfortable year-round. Serving Franklin, Coffee, Marion, Grundy, Moore, and Bedford counties. Learn more and see if you qualify at princeinsulation.com.
This is Joe Abraham inviting you to wrap up the week with us on the starting lineup. It's What the Florida Friday, when Chewy and I are joined every week by Sam Davidson from the Franklin County Sheriff's Department. We dive into the wildest, craziest headlines straight out of Florida, and trust me, the laughs never stop. Start your Friday with sports, stories, and plenty of fun. It's What the Florida Friday, only on the starting lineup on ESPN Radio 1340 106.9 WCDT Winchester.
Looking for a reliable car at an affordable price? Stop by Money Down Motors here in Deckard. We specialize in quality pre-owned vehicles with low down payments and flexible financing options. No matter your credit history, drive away today with a car you'll love and a payment plan that works for you. Visit us at 1945 Deckard Boulevard or call 931-962-3404 for more info. At Money Down Motors, LLC, your ride is waiting.
The future of healthcare starts here. The Southern Tennessee Regional Health System, Winchester and Suwanee, are joining the High Point Health System with Ascension St. Thomas. a health network serving communities across the state. We're working together to expand access, improve clinical quality, and keep you close to home throughout your care journey. Your favorite providers aren't going anywhere. It's the same care you know and trust, now with a new name. High Point Health with Ascension St. Thomas. Learn more at highpointhealthsystem.com.
The official home of Franklin County Athletics. This is ESPN Radio 1340 1069 WCDT Winchester. From the sidelines to the square, this is the Afternoon Handoff with Johnny Hand.
And welcome back. It is Thursday. It is the Afternoon Handoff. Johnny Hand in studio. ESPN Radio 1340 106.9 WCDT Winchester. We appreciate you tuning in. Andrew Woodcock says, good afternoon, Johnny. Good afternoon, neighbor. Love you. Thank you for saying hello. And thank you for listening out there. I know a lot of you are tuning in and waiting for my special guest. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to have a full studio in hour number 2 today. We've got Principal Allison and Kim and Catherine, the librarian, coming from Swanee Elementary School, bringing a couple of fourth graders, Bella and Mia, with them, and a couple of fifth graders, Susie and Kaysen, because if you saw it on our Facebook post, and this is exciting, the Swanee Elementary School is going to be celebrating their 100th anniversary, their 100th birthday on May the 8th at 5 o'clock. And we're going to talk about what that looks like. And it's going to be a lot of fun. Going to have some students in, going to have the principal, the counselor, going to have the librarian, just a great mix, and a lot of them. And so I'm very excited about that and ask that you stay tuned. Now, we were talking a little bit before the break about all these sports activities. And there are a lot of sports activities, but we got two other special things that are going on around the county that I want to make sure that you're aware of as well, because we talk a lot about how amazingly talented our kids are. And so don't just take my word for it. Tonight, you've got two opportunities to prove that. South Middle School is having their family stream night tonight. There'll be some food trucks over there. They've got a silent auction. Joe Abraham and I were over in the building earlier today. I stopped by to see my favorite librarian. Better not, don't tell Miss Bruce on me, since she's a librarian at Swanee Elementary School. But got to see my wife. Stopped by the library. That's where they're having all these silent auction gifts. Got to see some amazing baskets. There are some really cool things over there to bid on. All the money goes into South's general fund, and that's the funds that they use throughout the year to buy things for the kids, things to celebrate, things to have a good time with. And so pop over there. It is stream night, so there'll be some activities for your kids. Everything's free. Of course, the only thing you pay for is whatever you bid on and win in the auction. There'll be, I think they're going to have a couple food trucks over there as well. And so stop by over at South. That starts right after school. They expect to end around 6 o'clock. So make sure you get over there early, get those bids in, and support those South Middle School Trojans. Also tonight, if you go over to the high school on the bypass, the Franklin County, I told you, Franklin County High School soccer, the boys are going to be at home for a game. Joe Abraham and I are going to be broadcasting the Rebelettes softball game there. But more than just that, at 6 o'clock tonight, it is Fine Arts Night at Franklin County High School. So what does that mean? Well, I can tell you the show choir is going to be putting on a short performance. You get to hear some singing. The Little Mermaid, the drama performance, it's going to be taking place next month. And they're going to have a very small but full costumed snippet of a song for you to see. The kids, if you got little kids, they're going to love it. They're going to get to see the Little Mermaid. They're going to get to see Flounder. They're going to see Prince Eric. I think Sebastian's going to be there. they're singing a song, and I ought to know which one it is, as I hear it at my house. My two daughters are in this performance. They're not in tonight's performance. One of them is, but they're in the play. And so I've heard all the Little Mermaid songs on repeat for quite a few weeks now. But come out. That is absolutely free. Not the band is going to be performing as well tonight. They'll do a short little They'll do a goodness gracious. I'm all over the place. But anyway, I got sidetracked. But the band's going to be playing tonight. But throughout the evening, there are paintings on display and lots of other different art things. So it's a complete fine arts night. There's going to be the paintings are the first thing you'll notice when you walk into the foyer is, those walls are just plastered with art from 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th graders. And we have some incredibly talented students. So we encourage you to swing by there. So we do talk about the sports, but I encourage you to stop by and support and encourage some of those kids too. Because if you listen to me and you go, you'll remember that I told you how phenomenal that they are, because we have some incredibly talented young men and young women there at the high school. So you'll get a chance to hear some music sung. You'll get a chance to hear some music played. You'll get to see some incredible art, paintings, drawings. There's some other art exhibits that are going to be taking place over there, all free. And so we encourage you to get out. We told you about all the ball games that you can go see, but get out and support some of these kids that they may not always. You're not going to see them on it. You may not see them on a ball field. Some of them you do. You may not see them on a court, but they are incredibly talented and special in their own way. And so we want you to come by. And am I still out of sync?
You're getting so close.
So close. Uh-oh. That I brought in the big guns now. Chewy had 3 chances to make it look like I wasn't a bad foreign language speaking film. How bad was it?
All right, try now.
So we'll see. So now they've got me self-conscious. I'm not sure what I'm sounding like. But again, so come out. The high school is going to be crazy busy tonight. I would be remiss if I did not also say that cheer tryouts continue tonight. They started last night. My daughters were very excited. They had 29 young ladies come to tryouts last night. So they do the first night. They do the first night of tryouts. They learn the dance and they learn the cheer. And then they have a second night where they polish up the dance and they polish up the cheer. And then tomorrow is the big night. So they'll have a apparently I am in sync now. Bye, bye, bye. But they'll have the official tryouts tomorrow, the big auditions. And so that's going to be a lot of fun. And we'll look forward to hearing that. It is, I've told you all along, it's kind of a special time for us. It's my first last as a dad. The girls are having their final high school cheer tryouts tomorrow. So a little bit sad about that. Try not to think about it too much. But I tell my wife all the time they can't take over the world if we don't let them grow up. So I'm seeing some purple coming in. Are you the only one here? The only one? All right. Yeah. All right. So we've spotted our first tiger. I actually got a chance. I saw Miss Allison over at South Middle School earlier today. Joe and I had a meeting over there, and it just so happened to be a science fair. And Miss Allison was one of the judges, so I hope she got all that judgmental stuff out of her before she comes over here and we celebrate a little bit together. But going to take a quick break, and we're getting everything set up again. We appreciate you tuning in. Looking forward to talking to some folks from Swanee Elementary School turning 100. And they're going to be right here live on air in hour number 2. It is the Afternoon Handoff, ESPN Radio 1340, 106.9 WCDT, Winchester.
Stimulant misuse can take many forms. It may involve abusing methamphetamine or prescribed ADHD medication. Both carry real risks when not used safely or under medical supervision. Prevention starts with education and open communication. The Franklin County Prevention Coalition provides tools and local resources to help families make informed decisions. When we stay proactive, we are stronger together, and we are stronger without it. Learn more at fcpctn.org. This project is funded under a grant contract with the Tennessee Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services.
Spring is in the air, and so are fresh new savings at Furniture Merchandise Outlet, FMO, right here in Tullahoma. Ready to refresh your space? From living rooms and bedrooms to dining sets and mattresses, FMO has the styles you want at prices you'll love. No long waits, no sticker shock. Just take it home today. Visit them at 105 North Jackson Street in Tullahoma or browse anytime at fmotn.com. Furniture Merchandise Outlet, where spring cleaning turns into a spring upgrade.
This is Daryl from Columbus, previously from the Paul Feinbaum Show.
Check in scissor hands. I'm the wrong guy to ask, but what's the secret to a good haircut?
A good haircut makes you feel confident. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know, when you get that haircut, you're going to walk out that barbershop, you're going to look in the mirror, and you're going to be like, yeah, that's it. And you're going to tip the barber.
The Paul Feinbaum Show, weekdays at 3 Eastern on the ESPN app and on the SEC network. It's time for a local news break from the 931 Go News Center.
The Franklin County Rebelettes snapped a 3-game losing streak Tuesday night with a 7-3 road win over Lawrence County. With the victory, Franklin County improves to 7-9 overall and 2-1 in district play. The Rebelettes will return home Thursday to host Giles County with first pitch scheduled for 5:30 p.m. In Winchester, the community is preparing to honor one of its most iconic natives. The Tennessee Department of Tourist Development will join local leaders to unveil a Tennessee Music Pathways marker recognizing entertainment legend Dinah Shore. Born Frances Fannie Shore in Winchester, Dinah Shore rose to national prominence as a pop singer and television pioneer. She was named Billboard Magazine's top female vocalist on disc jockey shows and top-selling artist in 1946. Her career included hit songs like I'll Walk Alone, The Gypsy, and Buttons and Bows, along with successful television programs including The Dinah Shore Show and The Dinah Shore Chevy Show. Shore earned 6 Emmy Awards and was inducted into the Emmy Hall of Fame in 1992. The marker unveiling is set for Thursday, March 26th at noon at 107 First Avenue Northwest in Winchester. The event will include remarks and interview opportunities with city and state leaders, as well as members of the Shore family. Meanwhile, Franklin County schools earned major recognition in STEM education. The district secured 4 of the 6 TVA STEM grants awarded within the Duck River Electric service area. Grants were awarded to April Green at Cowan Elementary, Sue Heaton at Deckard Elementary, Leslie Jones at Huntland School, and Jessica Guess at South Middle School. The combined $17,500 in funding will support hands-on learning projects for students across the county. For more local news and sports updates, visit 931go.com. Stay informed and stay connected to your community with ESPN Radio Winchester.
Tom Abraham here for my friends at All About Water. Crazy name, huh? Well, let me introduce you to them. All About Water is the top pond builder anywhere in the Tennessee Valley, and that includes remodeling or cleaning out existing ponds as well. They also have monthly maintenance plans for your pond. Don't have a pond? Well, how about a fountain or water feature for your property to bring that soothing sound of running water to your happy place? On the other hand, maybe you have water on your property that you don't want. Well, Ryan at All About Water is all about water, so he could take care of that as well. He has a background in fluid dynamics, and what that means is that he can take care of any water issue that you have. Finally, how about that irrigation system that you have or that you want? Well, they do installs and maintenance and repairs on those as well, because they are all about water. Learn more at allaboutwaterllc.com. That's allaboutwaterllc.com.
I'm Kristen Abraham, curator of Abraham Art Gallery right on the square in downtown Winchester. Looking for something unique? Every month brings a new featured artist, original art to inspire and share with the community. Come in, explore, and discover art that's ready to go home with you today. Whether you're redecorating, collecting, or just need something that sparks joy, this is your place. We're open Tuesday through Saturday. Find us on Instagram and Facebook. Visit abrahamgallery.com or stop by at 106 North High Street. You never know what you'll fall in love with.
Got a project to tackle or a party to plan? Skip the stress and rent it instead at Reliable Rental in Winchester. From tools and heavy-duty machines to chairs, tables, and event essentials, they've got what you need to get the job done right. Whether it's work or a weekend celebration, Reliable Rental makes it easy. Stop by 2433 Deckard Boulevard in Winchester or check out everything they offer online at ReliableRentalFC.com. Reliable Rental. When you need it, they've got it.
From Friday night lights to championship runs, the official home of Franklin County Athletics is ESPN Radio 1340 1069 WCDT Winchester. Real talk, local pride, sports that matter here at home. This is the Afternoon Handoff with Johnny Hand, the voice of Franklin County, on ESPN Radio 1340 1069 WCDT Winchester. Now back to Johnny.
And welcome back. It is the Afternoon Handoff. Johnny Hand in studio. ESPN Radio 1340 106.9 WCDT Winchester. You're going to want to head over to that ESPN Radio Winchester Facebook page. Thank you to our friends Hall Furniture Superstore with the live stream. The studio got a lot better looking during the break. Well, maybe not a lot. A lot. Y'all gonna let me slide with that? I have been overrun by Swanee Tigers. Welcome. You'll let that. All right, lesson number one. On radio, you can't nod your head. You gotta say yes. We're excited to be here, right?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, I didn't. What? Wait. All right, I got to ask you, okay, because I am fascinated by this. Some of y'all know my wife is a school teacher, but she does middle school. What is it that they do when you have to be quiet?
They say Swanee and we say Tigers.
Is that, and it works?
Yeah, most of the time.
Most of the time. Well, I got my eye on you. I've already been warned. Of course, I've known you since you were born, but I got my eye on you. So you're the only guy here. How did that happen? Are you being punished, or are you representing for all the Tigers? Is this all Tigerettes? Is that what you call yourselves?
No.
Well, y'all look mad. I don't think y'all like that. Are y'all the Lady Tigers?
No. We're just all the Tigers.
We're just all Tigers,
Yeah,
all Tigers all the time. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want you to be mad at me. I know your mom and dad too. You look just like your grandmother. I tell you that every time I see you. And you get tired of hearing that. I'll see you at the softball game tonight. But we love little Mia. So I've got Susie and Mia, Kaysen, the only Tiger. You can say the Tiger. The Tiger. Then we got Bella over in the corner. So thank y'all for coming. Are y'all excited to be here?
Yes.
I got to tell you, I'm a little surprised because when Miss Kim, what do y'all call her, Miss Kim?
Yeah.
Yes. Swanee.
Tigers.
I'm gonna try that at home. I've got bulldogs. I'm sorry, but when Miss Kim called me and she said, "Hey, we'd like to come on and talk. We're celebrating our 100th birthday." I thought y'all would look a lot older. y'all look pretty good for 100. So, I assume that y'all have some great skincare. It's just like a TikTok trend. I want what do tigers eat that make you look that good? 100 years old, and you still got all your teeth. Well, most of them. I see Kaysen's missing a few over there. Did you have a bad snow cone incident up there at Swanee? So we are going to get into we are going to talk about the 100 celebration you're having on May the 8th. That is awesome. It's going to be taking place at 500 or at 5 o'clock. 500. See, I talk about how old you guys are. If you're 100, that means I'm 500. That's awful. But I want to ask you, we're waiting on Miss Bruce going to be here in a little bit. Miss Catherine, tell me a little bit about it, and I'll start over here with you, Miss Susie. What is that you love about Swanee Elementary School?
Well, I just love how hard all the teachers work. And Miss Bruce has researched a lot to figure out stuff for the 100th year. And all the teachers just do their best to, keep it fun for the students.
Now, you answered that like a kid whose mom and dad are teachers.
My mom and dad are teachers.
I know. I got that was sneaky. Well, let me ask you before Miss Bruce gets here. This is the 100th anniversary. Do you guys think she went to the first class?
No, sir.
Oh, no, she got here. I'm in trouble. But sorry, Miss Bruce. And I'll ask you, Mia, what is it that you love about Swanee Elementary School?
I just like all the memories and, just being able to hang out with my friends.
And you've been there from now.
Kindergarten.
You have a mom that's a teacher, too.
Yes.
I see. And I know does your mom teach also? What the heck? I didn't sign up to have to talk to a bunch of teachers, kids. I wanted to be the smartest person in the room. Hey, that wasn't supposed to be that funny. I don't think I like the way you giggled at that. Well, you know what? I'm going to talk to the only tiger in the room.
Okay.
So let me ask you, Casey, what is it that you love about Swanee Elementary School?
Well, I'm enjoying how all of the teachers are putting a lot of work and making us learn as much as we can throughout grades. And I'm just so proud of Miss Bruce for doing all that she's done to make our school learn more and how all this history she's got.
So I'm gonna teach you something, man to man, okay? You just shouted out Miss Bruce, and she's amazing. I love Miss Bruce. Your mom was standing right there. She's the principal. and I feel you because I'm married to Miss Kim's sister, so I'm nervous too. I gotta be careful what I say. So, Miss Bell, what is it that you love about Swanee?
I also agree, all the teachers work hard, including Miss Kim and the principal. And
see
also,
how that's done?
Case,
take notes. You need a piece of paper. Go ahead, Bell.
And also how hard our volunteers work.
Right.
So.
And you guys, it's a special thing up there in Swanee. You do have a very good Tiger program, and I tease everybody because I can't go to Swanee because I like to wear socks. Is that still true? Everybody up there, nobody wears socks in Swanee. Y'all looking at me like I'm crazy.
They do wear socks, but they wear them year round.
Socks with everything.
Socks with everything. That's what I'm proud of. I am not 100 years old. I know that. Don't look at me like that. I'm calling your grandmother when we get off the air. But one of the coolest things that I love is that I have lived long enough now that it is cool to wear socks with sandals. And so I'm accidentally cool.
I wear socks with sandals.
All the time. Here's slides. I know. I'm trying to make you my favorite, but they're answering all the questions right. So we're gonna work on that, Casey. But I'm glad you're here. I'm glad because we're the only guys. And so tell me a little bit. So I'm giving you a hard time. I am so glad to have you guys with me. But let me ask you a question. So what is it the on May the 8th? And we're gonna get Miss Bruce come in. She's gonna give us all the facts and all the good stuff. But on May the 8th, 5 o'clock, you're gonna be celebrating the 100th anniversary of Swanee Elementary School. What is it that you're looking forward to celebrating the most?
Well, I just like recalling all the memories and how Swanee has built over the years and how much it's changed.
Right. What do you think, Mia?
Like Susie said, recalling all the memories, and I think it's really cool that we got to see the old blueprints and now look at our new blueprints and see their differences.
Awesome. What do you think, Tiger?
Well, I am just I'm also, like they said, how we just got
from one little tiny building, one little itty bitty, to like one big. So I'm just like kind of, I'm glad that we do not have a little small and we build it.
Your mom looks a little nervous. Rosie the guard dog got out. Yeah. Please don't bite her.
I try not to.
Well, let me ask you, Bill. What's that? Oh, okay. We'll take care of that. So, let me ask you, Bill. What is it?
I also feel like it's like special. Yeah, the memories, and also I feel like it's special because the community can celebrate it with us.
Right.
So.
Well, I want to ask you one more thing before I bring Miss Bruce in. I've got just one question for him, and I'll start over here with you, Bill. So you've been studying the 100-year anniversary, and I love that you talked about the blueprints, some of those things. What is a fact about Swanee Elementary School that you've learned preparing for this that you weren't aware of?
Well, one of the facts was when it started, we only had 4 classrooms, and there were about like maybe 3 different classes in one classroom, and we had an auditorium.
Wow. Did Laura Ingalls go to school up there? Oh, well, 2 of you got it. Come on, Tiger. What is the most amazing fact that you learned about the 100 years?
Well, when I was,
Pull that over there too, so we can hear. You're gonna give some great knowledge here.
Well, like Bella said, the auditorium, we actually took out the big auditorium and put like many little tiny offices over there.
Really?
So I was just amazed how they changed that, like same building, but they also just kind of changed the back little sections.
Awesome. What do you think, Mia?
Like Kason and Bella said, I am amazed at like how the auditorium has changed now to little rooms, and that when we started this school, we only had we didn't have that many kids, and we don't have that many kids today still.
Right. Why is that funny, Mia?
I don't know. I don't have everything.
That's not very inclusive.
They call me Little Miss Giggles for a reason.
Little Miss Giggles.
We'll let that go. Well, tell me what's the most interesting fact that you learned, Susan?
Well, I just learned how much the community has supported, and earlier in the 1930s, during the Great Depression, the students got lunch because the church across the street provided them soup, and
really?
In the 1920s, they even paid the principal's salary.
Wow.
And in the 1930s and 40s, when the county was struggling to keep the school open, the community took half of their chest funds, more than half, and helped to keep it open.
Wow.
And they also donated books to our library.
Wow.
And some of them, the older citizens, still donate books today.
That's awesome. I'm sure the librarian likes that pretty well, too.
And now they even fund our part-time music teacher.
Really? So that is one of the things that I've got to say Swanee does really well. It's a very tight-knit community up there, and y'all do some amazing things. Y'all are pretty easy to support. I know they get behind the school that you guys accomplish a lot of things up there on the mountain. Some of you giggle too much. And look at me a little bit weird and makes me uncomfortable. But Swanee is a very accomplished school, and so you have a lot to be proud of. I've got my purple shirt on.
Woo!
I know. My girls went to Cowan, so I'm gonna be in trouble for this.
Definitely.
But I like purple. I'm proud to wear that. So listen, we're gonna take a really quick commercial break, and when we come back, Miss Bruce is about to dazzle us with knowledge.
Oh yeah.
Is that a lot of pressure on her? She gonna come through. Are y'all ready to learn something that you probably didn't even? I don't know anything, so we're gonna learn something together, right?
Yes,
Right? So before we go to the break, I love this. I have twin daughters who are 16, and they don't listen to me at all. So I'm gonna try this at home tonight, but I want y'all to show them how it works. So before we go to break, Swanee
Tigers.
It is the afternoon handoff here on ESPN Radio Don't go anywhere. Going to be right back after these messages.
Got a project to tackle or a party to plan? Skip the stress and rent it instead at Reliable Rental in Winchester. From tools and heavy-duty machines to chairs, tables, and event essentials, they've got what you need to get the job done right. Whether it's work or a weekend celebration, Reliable Rental makes it easy. Stop by 2433 Deckard Boulevard in Winchester or check out everything they offer online at ReliableRentalFC.com. Reliable Rental. When you need it, they've got it.
With the latest from around FCHS and Rebel Nation.
The Rebel Report, every weekday presented by Oaklawn Baptist Church, right here on ESPN Radio Winchester.
Welcome back, Rebel Nation. We've got another exciting week of Franklin County sports to tell you all about. So let's get right into this week's Rebel Report.
Starting off with Rebel baseball. Monday night, the Rebels picked up a big home win over the Marshall County Tigers with a final score of 5-2. It was a strong performance on the mound and at the plate to secure the victory.
The Rebels won't have long to see Marshall County again. They'll be back at home on Wednesday night for another matchup against the Tigers. And the first pitch is scheduled for 6 p.m. So come out and support your Rebels.
Moving over to the diamond for Rebelette softball, the Rebelettes faced a tough Seagull squad on Monday and came up short. But they bounced back in a big way Tuesday night with an important district win over Lawrence County, 7-2.
That district win was a big one, all right. And the Rebelettes will be back at home Thursday for another important conference game as they host Giles County. Make plans to come out and support the team as they continue district play.
In boys soccer news, the Rebels had a long road trip to Columbia Central High School, but the trip was worth it as they came home with a 3-2 victory over the Lions in a hard-fought match.
The soccer team won't get much rest, though. The Warren County Pioneers will be coming to Winchester for another district matchup Thursday night at 7 p.m. That should be a great game, so come and support our Rebel soccer boys.
And finally, track and field season is getting underway. The Franklin County track and field team will be hosting their first meet of the year this Saturday.
It will be an all-day event, so if you have some free time on Saturday, come out and support our track and field athletes as they compete in their first home meet of the season.
There are plenty of opportunities to show your support for our Rebel athletes this week.
We hope to see you at a game, match, or meet this week.
That's all for this week's Rebel Report.
Have a great week.
Located at 108 Memorial Drive in Winchester, Oaklawn Baptist Church is a place where families grow, faith is strengthened, and students are encouraged to live with purpose, which is why we're proud to sponsor the Rebel Report. Our mission is simple: introduce people to Jesus and build strong families through God's Word. Join us this weekend for Sunday School at 10 and worship to follow at 11. Learn more online at oaklawnbaptistchurch.org.
Domino's is proud to sponsor Franklin County Athletics, and the Winchester Domino's is locally owned by a Franklin County alum, and they've got hot deals you'll love. Like the perfect combo, 2 meat and 1 topping pizzas with Parmesan and cinnamon bread bites for just $19.99. Or a large New York style pizza with 3 toppings for $10.99. And make sure to try Domino's best deal ever. Any pizza with 7 toppings for just $9.99, and stuffed crust is just $4 more. Order now at Domino's.com and enjoy Domino's at the concession stand every Rebel game night.
You're listening to ESPN Radio 1340 AM WCDT and 106.9 FM W295 AV Winchester, Southern Middle Tennessee sports leader. Local stories, real conversations. Southern Middle Tennessee sports, straight from the source. Hosted by the voice of Franklin County, Johnny Hand. Live from the studios of ESPN Radio Winchester, this is the Afternoon Handoff.
Quit giggling, Mia. And welcome back. We are easing into hour number 2. It is the Afternoon Handoff. ESPN Radio 1340, 106.9 WCDT Winchester. Head on over to that ESPN Radio Winchester Facebook page. Check out my special guest. I have been invaded by the Swanee
Tigers.
I'm going to try that at home tonight, and my daughters are going to roll their eyes so hard. And I'm going to be disappointed in them. But I'm so glad to have you with me. Now, I've gotten a chance to talk with Bella and Susie and Mia and Kason. Miss Bruce is hiding in the back. And Miss Bruce, thank you for coming, and thank you for bringing everybody with you. You put together all the information.
Well, thank you so much for having us. The students have worked really hard at gathering information, looking at old archives, as you heard some of the students say, talking to people who graduated from Sewanee Elementary, if you consider 5th grade graduation or 8th grade graduation, but gathering those stories. So really it's been a wonderful opportunity for the kids to learn about their school where they have spent a lot of time.
Well, and it's been a lot of fun talking with them. Each of them have a special memory, and I asked them about a special fact, and they all were ready to go. Now I feel like I need to apologize to you because my sister-in-law is trying to get me in trouble.
Why's that?
She told you that you were my second favorite
librarian. I am delighted to have a colleague in your wife. So it's all good. All good.
You're my sister-in-law. Y'all, Miss Kim, next time she says Swanee, y'all say, just once, though, because I don't want to get y'all in trouble. But I am excited to have you on here. We've got Miss Allison, the principal, Miss Kim, the counselor, Miss Bruce, the librarian. And on May the 8th at 5 o'clock, you're going to be celebrating the 100th anniversary of Sewanee Elementary School. Tell me what that looks like. What's going to be going on that night?
Well, and technically our school celebrates its 100th year in the fall of 2026, but we don't have that many weeks before, when the school begins to be able to do something really big and special. So we spent the past couple of years planning for this spring. And so we are going to have an opportunity for folks who have come through Sewanee Elementary to come to the school and get a tour of the school. These are some of the tour guides that they would see. There are actually 11 students who are working really hard on this, but we don't have enough space here for all 11. That they are going to be telling the visitors about the different decades and how things have changed at the school. As Kason said, we've had several buildings. Instead of just one building, it's like 5 buildings connected. There'll be some special speakers talking about what Sewanee means to them. There'll be photographs that people have submitted to us via email and Facebook. There will be an unveiling of our new sign. There'll be an unveiling of a new dedication of our forest trail in the back to Kim Tucker, a previous principal who passed away last year. And so it's going to be a lot of fun, basically.
Yeah, did I hear something about a time capsule?
Well, you may have heard about a time capsule in that there was a time capsule put into the 1999 edition.
Right.
But it's inside one of the cinder block walls, and nobody knows where it is, so we can't even get it out. And we decided, we're going to not do that.
Just knock them all down. We'll start
we're
over.
Not going to do that.
Nice. Well, you brought 4 of your tour guides here with you. You've had a lot of fun talking with you. Now you're going to be covering through this presentation on May the 8th each decade individually, right? And so you brought some cheat sheets. They were so concerned. I told them that there's going to be a test after the show.
Oh, they could answer it with flying colors, no problem.
We were getting along so well until I said that, weren't we?
Well, and I will say, do y'all want to tell them how the tour is going to work? Yeah. It's something special that Sewanee Elementary students do in their 2nd grade year. Who wants to tell him about how that works? Mia? Okay.
It's sort of like a wax museum, and we're all assigned different decades to tell information about.
Yeah.
So
Can I add on? Well, also, we're going through different sections of the building, like 1922 when the school was starting to go up, and it's just like how the school added on in different parts.
Well, let's talk about that if you'd like to. Susie, are you the 1920s?
Well, 3 of us are we're dressing as construction workers, and I'm one of them, and we're just introducing we're the first people, and we're saying how Sewanee's built, and we're not necessarily a decade.
Right.
We're just introducing the whole thing.
So you're like construction worker ghosts. I'm just trying to get the concept. You didn't have to look at me like that. That was a joke.
It was a joke.
Mia, will you tell her that was funny? Mia giggled.
That was funny. I got to agree.
But I've come to figure out that Mia giggles at everything. So
That's true. That is true.
So you're going to be the construction worker. So you're telling us all about that, and then we'll go into the decades. Is that what we're doing?
20s, 30s.
Right. So what is it that happened in the 20s, Miss Mia?
In the 20s, the kids would participate in plays to raise money. And the Civitan Club raised the money to build our original school building that we use still today as our front office.
Right.
If I'm right.
Don't lie to me, Mia.
And then the townspeople would give money to help build the school and pay.
Yeah, and I see a theme here because each of you, as I've talked to you, you've mentioned at some point or another that the town of Swanee up there, this truly is a community school. And we know that. We see that now. I mean, you have a very involved community, but it sounds like it's been that way from the start.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And then, Kason, are you the man from the 30s?
No, but I can tell you a
This is
little
a
bit.
challenge. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, so during the 1930s, we had a church. There was a church across the street from us that it's just straight. We had a hard time giving kids food. So they cooked some food and brought it over so we could eat. And that was just, it wouldn't make us spend a lot of money, so it was kind of cheaper. And we still have that Swanee Civic Association that still do the same thing, but we now eat our own food. But yeah, that's kind of what happened in the 1930s.
And Anna Mullen is listening in. She said, you guys are doing great. Way to represent Swanee.
They are.
All right. You are doing great. So what happened in the next decade?
Well, in the 1960s, we raised money to add additional classrooms, so there was room to integrate the students. And 8 families actually filed a lawsuit in order to make the county integrate. And Swanee School was the first one in the county to integrate. So, yeah.
And they just had a chance to meet one of the students from that era. Yeah.
And one of those classrooms is actually her mom's.
Really?
Yeah, first grade.
That's pretty cool. See, and I had no idea. I did not realize that. And this is not a knock on Swanee at all. I wouldn't have thought that. But so that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's awesome. What happened? What happened next? Go ahead. Oh, Miss.
Oh, you want to back up? I don't think we had 1950s on there. The 1950s was that big change, right? That's when we couldn't pay for the furnace because it was broken, and so we went back to the county and said, "Can you help us out, please?" And here's what we need. We need a place for people to go play, right? We didn't have a gym. What were people doing before we had the gym?
I think they were playing outside. They
Yeah.
didn't even
And where did they have to walk to? They walked through the woods?
To
There's
military
Yeah, there's a
academy?
military academy, so they got to borrow that space. But we didn't have our own gym, and we didn't have our own cafeteria. And so we said, county, if you'll take over the school, we could use these things, and let's see what we can do together. And so they built that new gym. And is it big enough for us to hold our own tournaments and things?
No.
That's kind of disappointing. But that was a big thing in the 50s. So it switched from just community-driven to the county really paying more of it, but the community still had to supplement salaries and buy the mops and things like that. So.
And I think Miss Allison's still on board with that, right? If the community wants to supplement salaries to principals, or
she's happy with that. Sure.
You pro supplement.
Sure. But in the 70s, we just sort of rocked on. We couldn't really find a lot. So if people know something that happened in the 70s, we'd love to hear those stories. But the 80s,
I don't think anybody that was alive in the 70s remembers anything.
But 80s, we had some things happen. Yeah.
In the 80s, we started Friday School, and that's when community members come and share a skill, talent, and teach our students for 4 weeks, just on Friday afternoons. Some include mountain biking, cooking, horse care, yoga, painting.
And that started when?
In the 80s.
in the 80s, and they're still doing that?
Yes.
Wow. Well, I know they still do that.
They
I didn't
do
realize
it
they
at
started.
the end of the year.
Right.
It's very fun.
I bet you giggle.
And if anybody would like to volunteer to come host a group, we would love to have them.
She's not making eye contact with me. Be a tiger.
And that's when we got the cafeteria
In
and
the 80s? What else happened in the 80s?
where I work.
The library.
How can you forget the library? She brought you here. She'll leave you here. And so anything else exciting happened in the 80s?
Not really.
That hurt my heart. I graduated from high school in the 80s.
Oh, good.
All by myself. Hey, high school was the best 6 years of my life. I'll let you do the math.
How many times were you held back?
Well, you know, let's just say I was older than my math teacher. That's not true. I'm going to get in trouble for that. Cookie Marion says, what a great school and teachers. I think y'all would agree with that.
Watching me now?
She's watching. That's right. You are being spied upon. So Mia, tell us what happened. What happened next?
In the 1990s, some people in the town helped students do an archaeology dig before the newest edition.
Archaeology dig? What were they looking to find?
I don't know.
Was there brontosaurus up there too?
Well, they didn't find anything too
Oh,
interesting.
they did.
Before the new edition was built, they tried it, and they didn't find anything too interesting. But it was a neat experience for students to just
Right.
have a fun activity to do.
Yeah.
But they didn't find anything.
No.
Not anything too interesting. They probably found some dirt and stuff.
Well, yeah, and that's where there had been a church in the back over
Right.
there for a long time ago that had served as a kind of little bit of a school before
Right.
it moved. And so they were hoping to find something interesting there, but they didn't find anything at that archaeological dig. But Bella knows something about what was found
What they find, Bella?
nearby.
So, there were these 5 boys.
They found 5 boys. Were they
Well,
dead?
there were these 5 boys, and there was a volleyball court, and they took these like stick things, and they knocked down the tree. And when they were like digging and things, they actually found 5 bullets, and their teacher let them keep the 5 bullets that they found.
Yeah, when they told the teacher, they were like, first of all, why were you down there? You're not supposed to be
They
there.
weren't.
And
Yeah, they
second
weren't
of all,
supposed to be down there.
Second of all, they were like, that is so cool.
And Kaysen and Susie, do you remember what Mrs. Potter said? What they were dated to? Do you remember? She said that in her interview.
They were from World
One?
War.
Even earlier than that.
The Civil
That's
War.
right.
The Civil War. Yeah, that's right.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Well, what happened after that?
Well, we're now to the 2000s. We started paying the music teacher because we did.
Well, I'm sure she appreciates that.
Yeah, did we have a music teacher?
Well, that's just recently that
Right.
the community has funded the
that
our
just
music teacher
started.
that would just helped you guys perform your Aladdin production yesterday.
Oh, are y'all going to sing an Aladdin song?
Got the stars right here.
Look up.
Like Arabian.
Why'd you stop? So you
We
forgot
got
the
it
rest of the words?
No, we got it over with.
But you know what else was started, right? Was during that COVID time when Mrs. Dietz became principal.
She put an out. So
Did you put an outhouse in?
no, but instead of keeping all those germs and stuff inside, they build like a pavilion to help so we can like eat outside now, and that's still there, and we still eat outside.
And my mom is the kindergarten teacher, and every day they have a forest classroom outside, and every day at the end of the day they go out there and just get to enjoy the nature every day but Wednesday because it's early dismissal.
Nature's not around on
And,
Wednesday.
well, we have early dismissal.
It's early dismissal.
Oh,
Yeah.
believe me, I know. Well, Cindy Little says, great school with great leadership.
Why is
And
everybody watching me?
Tara, hey, look, Tara Dry says, hey, Mia and Kaysen.
Don't know who that is.
Church.
Oh, yeah, church.
Oh.
Also in the 2000s, my mom, the first grade teacher, on her back door, she has a STEM deck that they built in the 2000s. So like people go out there and they might like partner read and
Really?
yeah, and they'll do it outside. And that's also where our peace pole is. Instead, it's on the STEM deck instead of just like in like the dirt and the sand.
Yeah, and sometimes we have Friday morning assemblies out.
Yeah, and we do
the pavilion.
Yeah, we also it's kind of like towards. And we also have we had a peace pole on the back of her.
What is a peace pole?
Well, it's all different languages that say.
Yeah. Every year we learn how to say "May peace prevail on earth" in a different language.
In a different language.
All right. I want to challenge you.
Oh Lord.
There's 4 of you. I want to hear "May peace be with you" in 4 different languages.
I'll say it in English.
May peace prevail on earth.
Smart. You said your part. All right, Mia. She put you in a spot. You have to giggle it in. I want to hear it in Mandarin.
She can say it in giggle language.
Peace be with you. Any of you know any of the other languages?
Well, we just did Japanese.
Yeah, can you tell them how to say it in Japanese?
No.
Miles did it.
Yeah.
To be fair, it's 4th grade, so they're the 4th.
Yeah,
graders.
me
They're
and
the
Bella,
ones
you
that-
gotta do it. You were the pigs that do it this year. We did it last year.
Well, here I'm gonna defend you guys. To be fair, you learned it in 4th grade. So if you're in 5th grade, you ought to still know it.
Yeah.
That was a year ago.
They
That was a year ago.
Yeah.
So
I bet someone could say it in gibberish.
And we've done it in sign language. We've done it in a variety of ways, but yeah, that's kind of a short-term memory thing. I get you. That's why we have it up on that pole so we can go back and remember.
Yeah, well, you
want
to go to our school and see the pole and see the 50 different languages.
if I come up there and come to the Peace Bowl, will you read them to me?
Sure.
Sure
we will.
We might not have the right accent.
Yeah, that's right.
We may need, we may not have.
So we got up to the beginning part of the 2000s. Anything else exciting happened in the 2000s? You're missing the best thing. You turned 100.
Oh yeah, we turned 100. And also about the Aladdin play, we actually just performed it last night.
Right.
And there were probably over 500 friends and family members. Yeah.
Well, now my daughters are going to be jealous because they are in the Little Mermaid play that's going to be taking place at Franklin County High School. And so they better have more than 500 people there.
Yeah, Gary Auditorium was full. There was a lot of people.
They
of
had
course,
to open the balcony.
Yeah, they had to open the balcony. And, of course, I can't see because the sky or the spotlight is so bright in my eyes.
Oh, it's tough life.
Tough life
How do
being
you
in the
survive the spotlight? I'll just have to take your word for it. What part did you play?
Aladdin.
Were you Aladdin?
Yes.
We got here. Jasmine.
The hair should give it away.
Yeah.
The 5th graders got the lead roles like Jasmine, Jafar, and like all that.
Genie.
And then the other classmates were like
Had a song.
Yeah.
So you were the part of the world guy.
Yeah.
A whole new world.
Well, give us a little taste of what we missed.
Yeah, Casey.
Like
I can show you.
That's so
literally.
Aladdin.
They did a fantastic job. And what's neat is that they've been doing plays for a long time.
Yeah.
Jason, do you remember when they were talking about the piano at the school?
Oh yeah, we had like the main part of the school that was first built. We used to have this piano right like when you walk in the door.
Right.
And we had like the Tiger News crew, which is where we have a Tiger News every Monday morning, and they talk about like what's happening this week. And
they try to take my job.
Yeah. Basically, yeah.
I'm the producer.
She's the producer.
I'm an anchor, so I'm every.
That spotlight is so bright.
And we also like our interviewers that like met with us. They also said that they used to have this lady that used to volunteer and come and sing them songs and play the piano.
They would like sing hymns to it.
Yeah, and we can't figure out like how old that piano is, but we're trying to figure. Still there, and it still works.
Well, let's find whatever's buried in that wall first, and then we'll figure out how old this piano is. Well, that's awesome. Well, Miss Bruce, what else has happened here in the 2000s?
Oh, goodness.
We've covered all that. What is an interesting tidbit that they made?
Well, I think what's also interesting is how they've gone about gathering their information. So I know they talked about going to the archives and talked about interviewing some people and learning some of their stories. We also did something with Post-it notes. What do we do with Post-it notes? Yeah. Okay, yeah, sure.
Go ahead.
All right, go for it.
Hey, I'm in charge. Look at me.
Sorry.
We did the Post-it project, and people took Post-it notes, and they would write like their favorite memory, and stuff like that, and we will display those.
Yeah.
The May 8th celebration.
How many did you wind up with?
It was also at like,
And every school, or every class took a sticky note, and some
it was
other
also
people.
at the 4th of July thing.
Right.
Yeah.
The teachers would sit out, and people that used to go to school or go to school would write memories and put them in a box.
And actually, in front of our school, don't we still have it out? Or
A mailbox.
We have a purple mailbox where the community members or like people who have been to Swanee, they can write a Post-it note and put it in the mailbox. And on the bulletin board, Miss Bruce, she put SCS on the board, but she made it out of Post-it notes.
Yeah, that's what's going to be displayed. And y'all been working on a puzzle in the library that we're going to display with that too. And y'all figured out what it says, right?
Yeah.
100.
Yeah.
Is that what it says?
It says 100.
Yeah, it's revealed. It's little pixels. And also we've been putting things in the newspaper, in the Herald Chronicle, in the Swanee Messenger. We have an email address, 1926ses@gmail. 1926ses@gmail. We've been getting people's photographs, and I've been printing them out, and we're putting them on those display boards, so they've seen some old photos, even an old letter that somebody recently shared with us from their grandmother, I think it was. Do y'all remember that? Yeah, we read it on Friday.
Yeah, it's like a third grader's grandma.
Yeah. So we're gathering all kinds of good tidbits and stories, and sounds like what everybody really remembers is having great fun with their friends and having recess.
Oh, and the church fed them.
Well, the church fed them. Well, but just in general, people's stories, right? Their stories are all about friends, and they also remember if the teacher was really kind.
And if she was really mean.
Don't make eye contact with you.
And also there was a woman, and she sent in like a letter, and there was like a teacher, and she would have like a paddle and things.
I know.
So, yeah.
They had to learn what that was. Some of them didn't know what paddling was.
Yeah, I can write you a letter about that. Unfortunately. Well, listen, we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We're going to come right back, right? It's been a privilege. I'm enjoying having you hanging out with me. Hope y'all having fun.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, stick around with me. We're going to take a quick break. I've got Bella and Susie. I've got Mia and Kason. And we brought a couple adults too. But, whatever. We'll talk to them when we get back. Don't go anywhere. It is the Afternoon Handoff here on ESPN Radio 1340, 106.9 WCDT Winchester.
Friday night lights to championship runs. The official home of Franklin County Athletics is ESPN Radio 1340, 106.9 WCDT Winchester.
Are you struggling to get real impact from your marketing dollars? That's because most local advertising is sold short term with no strategy behind it. At ESPN Radio Winchester, we don't just run ads, we build marketing plans. We focus on consistency and alignment across platforms and long-term visibility that keeps working even when your ad isn't playing. Because marketing isn't a project, it's a system. Start building your brand with ESPN Radio, 1340, 106.9 WCDT Winchester.
From the 931 Go Weather Center, it's time for an ESPN Radio Winchester weather update, presented by Pennett's Pharmacy.
After our very sunny afternoon, we are cooling down to around 42 degrees tonight, with it being partly cloudy and some northwest winds coming in. Tomorrow morning is going to be about the same in the mid to high 50s and a slight breeze. Stay tuned to ESPN Radio Winchester 1340-1069 for all of your wonderful weather updates.
At Bennett's Pharmacy in Winchester, we're more than a pharmacy. We're your partner in health. Conveniently located at 1201 Dinah Shore Boulevard, we're here to serve you with fast, friendly, and personalized service. Need prescriptions filled? Looking for over-the-counter products? We've got you covered. Plus, enjoy local delivery and expert advice from our caring team. Call us today at 931-967-2777 or stop by Bennett's Pharmacy at 1201 Dinah Shore Boulevard today.
Tune into the Big Dog, weekdays from 10 to noon, right here on ESPN Radio 1340-1069, WCDT Winchester.
And welcome back. It is the afternoon handoff. Johnny Hand in studio. ESPN Radio 1340, 106.9 WCDT Winchester. Do yourself a favor. Head over to that ESPN Radio Winchester Facebook page. Check us out. I have been overtaken by some tigers from Swanee. Don't call them tigerettes. Don't call them lady tigers.
Nope, don't.
Tigress.
So we're all tigers.
I think Miss Kim's trying to cause a little dissension here as we celebrate 100 years. But I've got Bella, Susie, Mia, and Kaysen in studio with me. Mia, we were listening to the commercials during the break. Did you really 6'7" me?
Yeah.
And see, and I'm not allowed to respond. My daughters get so embarrassed because, that's dog water. I'm built different. I'm just kidding. Now I'm in trouble. That's going to show up on my report tonight. But I've got my wife. I'm married to a teacher, so she gives me a critique every evening after the show and tells me, and that one's going on there. But Martha Lee McCarthy says, way to go, Susie, Mia, Kaysen, and Bella.
That's my grandma.
Is that your grandma? Well, thank you, Grandma. Why are you blushing? That's your grandma. Yeah. That's awesome. Well, I asked you earlier when we first started, and we've been talking about, we've gone through the decades. So we want to invite folks to come out on May the 8th, 5 o'clock. There at Swanee, going to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Swanee Elementary School. So I'll ask you, we'll start over here with you, Bella. If there was one thing that you wanted folks to know that they're going to get to experience on that night, why should they come?
Well, I think they should come because it's not like we're celebrating and how our school is like 100 years old. And also I think that they should come because 11 students, they are presenting, like they said, a wax museum and like talking about like the main like bullet points of each decade. And actually me, Susie, and another Possum student leader, we are construction workers. Right. So.
And you said something there, and I haven't touched on that, but I think it's very cool. So you are the Tigers. Yeah. Y'all were chosen to come here on purpose because you are Possum?
We're Possum student leaders.
Possum.
Like we're tigers, so we have paws, and we're awesome. We're not possums.
Well, listen, can we all agree that Kaysen needs to never look at me again and go, paws? That made me very uncomfortable, Kaysen. But that was adorable, but kind of creepy. So we're not going to do that. I'm going to turn the camera off here, Kaysen. So that's an awesome answer. That's a possum answer. See what I did there? You're welcome. So Kaysen, if you were to say, hey, they need to come out on May the 8th at 5 o'clock, why should somebody come out for this celebration?
They definitely need to come out because, like, each decade they're going to learn something every new that they're probably not going to know.
Right.
So, like, I think it's just a great history about how our school turns into this little tiny building to grown so much and learning so much. I think people should come out and see what we're doing.
That's a great answer. What do you think, Gigglebox?
I think that people should come out because we worked really hard on figuring out all this history and about how we, even when our school went through the difficult times, we still were able to keep it open.
Right.
And like the money that we didn't have, we still figured out ways to make that money.
And like the Civil War, was it the Civil War that was struggling?
It was
Great Depression?
Yeah, the 1930s. Yeah.
Even our heater. What was it?
Yeah, the furnace.
The heater broke, and we were gonna.
She said her thermos broke.
I messed up.
The furnace.
And I think it's like a miracle how we got through these little zigzags and we still kept it open. So.
Oh, and there's cake.
Always cake. You are your grandfather's child. What do you think, Miss Susie?
Well, I just think that it'll really change your perspective on Swanee. Like, I already knew that Swanee was a special school, but after learning all this history, it's like amazing to think how much we've overcome, and I just think that's good to know.
And I think, Ms. Bruce, you would endorse all that. What are some things that are giving you an opportunity to invite folks to come out?
Right. Well, I think one of the things that stood out to me when doing the research, when we looked at the archives, there's an article from the Swanee Purple, which is actually something that the university put out. Right. But there's a quote here that says, "The school stands as an enduring witness to the ability of this community to do big things when everybody lends a helping hand." And I think that kind of surmises what Swanee Elementary is all about. That we talk every day about being Swanee Tiger, about being respectful, about being attentive, not just to your teacher, but to your fellow student, being responsible, being safe, using your hands to help somebody, not hurt them. And that kind of big things happen when we all work together is still true. Right. I don't know, Bella, you want to tell about a recent? I mean, I think that's why you should come, but here's a concrete example of how all of our hands working together did something kind of cool. What did we do?
What happened, Bill?
CAC.
So for the CAC across the street, we did a cereal drive, and our goal was to collect 200 boxes, and we actually more than doubled our goal. What? And on like the last day of collecting them, or the day after, we starting where the art room is, going down to the outside door through like the 5th and the 4th and 3rd grade hallway. We did dominoes with the cereal boxes. I had to chase it to film it. I was like running by it and chasing it the whole time.
Y'all knocked over the Fruit Loops?
Oh, yeah.
And then what did you do with them after we did the dominoes?
We would donate them to the Swanee Citizen.
How did you get them?
CAC Associate.
Yeah.
CAC. And we donated, I don't know how many.
536.
536
but
boxes.
37 because I brought one yesterday. There was a late one, so Mia brought it over yesterday.
And this project, I mean, not only have they all been giving their helping hands, but we've had such great support from your advisor, Miss Kim Hasty, right? She's working with you every Wednesday. And certainly Mrs. Dietz has been very supportive of everything we've done, all the going on the field trip to the archives, put up these displays, giving you time to get out of school and come to the radio show.
I'll write you a note.
It's been a great community project within the school as well, all of us working together.
And you talked about that. So, Kason, I need a favor. Can you help me with a project? So, Miss Kim, as we have established, I've been married to her sister for a long time. Miss Kim's my sister-in-law. So she was showing me a neat program that they found from 1927.
That's right.
It was a play. Yeah. And her grandfather was in the play. He was a dwarf. So if we come up there on May the 8th, will you dress up as Miss Kim's grandfather for me?
He has to dress up as the 1980s.
The 1980s.
We're all dressing up as our decade that we're doing for the Wax Museum.
You have to dress up the 1950s.
I had to see that.
Well, I can tell you that Miss Kim's dad is a huge history buff, so he's going to get a big kick out of that. And he's pretty short. Maybe I'll ask him if he'll come. If I can get one of my daughters to come. They're the shortest of the bunch. But Well, let me ask you, since you're all four of you are part of the 11 that are going to be part of this stuff.
Yes, sir.
So, what decade are you going to be in, Susie? What are you wearing?
So as I told you,
Well, you can tell me again. You don't say it like that.
So Bella, Ellie, and I are the construction workers at the beginning.
So you got the orange vest on.
We're gonna wear yellow vest, yellow hard hat, and our Swanee shirt, and blue jeans.
That sounds construction workerish.
And then also for the shoes, we're wearing tan lace-up boots, like construction workers. Like construction workers, sure.
What you say you're from the 80s?
80s, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's my era.
What's he gonna wear?
What are you gonna wear?
I don't know.
You got some parachute pants?
The States, what do you think?
You're gonna wear one Michael Jackson glove?
Bright colors.
Gotta be very neon.
Bright, yeah.
All right, I'll get into my gear and see if I still got some parachute pants left. But y'all did bring some adults with you for I think it's more to supervise me than it was the four of you. But Miss Allison, you're back there. You've got to be proud of sitting there getting to listen to these. I know one of them's kind of disappointed you a little bit. He didn't give Mom the shout out that she deserved. But what do you think about all this that's happening?
I am super proud to be a part of it. Becoming principal at Swanee 6 years ago was already a wonderful move for me and, of course, my family, because Kason got to start with me in kindergarten that same year. But just getting to getting to experience what Swanee Elementary really is about. Right. There's so many great things that go on in that building every day, but a lot of that is due to the environment and to the community that is so giving to us outside of the building. Right. So we have lots of supporters and cheerleaders always. Right. So we are very grateful for that. And I am very grateful for Mr. Bruce, who has led this, because after a few other interviews we have done in which sometimes the interviewers would turn around and ask the kids questions, it was very wonderful to hear their responses on how much not only they appreciate this, but what kind of community member they could grow up to be. Right. And so they can carry on some helping hands within their communities.
And it's been a lot of fun getting it. You could tell how excited that you are about that, and so that's pretty cool to witness. So I got to ask you, because she's my sister-in-law, is Miss Kim mean?
No, not at all.
Hey, she's not watching. Blink twice if you really meant yes.
She does what all the teachers do. She is pretty nice. Every day.
Well, I've got to ask you, and I'm asking Miss Kim because I know she does not want to be on air at all. So I am enjoying this. What is it about this 100-year project, Miss Kim, that you're enjoying the most?
I am just enjoying learning all about the Swanee Elementary School community, because, we think about Swanee as being just such a unique school. It's such a unique place, and it really is. And until you start looking at the history and understanding that the community has helped build that school from the very beginning, and they continue to build that school. It's just been a really unique experience. And again, as you've heard throughout our time today, it's all about community. We all work together. It's not a me. It's a we.
And Miss Kim said, wait.
Wait. That's what it's all about.
That's better than 6'7". That's awesome. Well, I've got to ask you, because one of the most fun parts of what I do is I get to talk to young people a lot. Now, y'all are amongst the youngest. I've had a couple of elementary school kids on before, but I asked them, and I want to ask you. And I'll start with you over here, Susie. So, 5th grade, you don't have to have it all figured out yet, but what do you want to do with yourself when you get older?
Well, I want to be a vet, and I want to go to vet school at UGA.
Georgia. I forgot your family's Georgia Bulldog people. Yeah, we'll pray for you.
Yeah, thank you. Be
a veterinarian. That's pretty cool. What about you, Miss Mia?
I want to be a doctor or a zookeeper.
That's an interesting combination.
And I want to play soccer.
Well, please don't get confused. If you become a zookeeper, please don't try to take my blood pressure or anything. No, you can pick one or the other. Or are you gonna play? You're a soccer kid too.
I like soccer.
And that's I know your sister is a big soccer person. She was on the show with me a couple weeks ago, and I'll be going out to watch her play some softball after a while. So, see, that's a lot of fun.
Where are you going to college? Please don't say Georgia.
Yeah, where are you going to go to college, Miss Mia?
No.
Mia, you are in 4th grade, and we need an answer right now.
Right now, like right now.
Are you not you're not?
My sister's still deciding. She's a senior.
You know, and you know, I asked your sister, and she told me that. And your sister is like very smart. She got like a 32 on the ACT, and is good in sports. She doesn't have a clue. And I told her, Mama's kicking her out of the house here in about 3 months. She better get this figured out. She'll go live with Grandma, won't she? No, Grandma. Yeah, I know.
Love Grandma.
I know. Me too. What are we gonna do, Casey?
Well, I got some big ideas, but I'm hoping to start my own like cruise ship business or something like that.
Cruise ship business.
And I would also want to go to Florida State.
On purpose?
What?
Boo.
Florida State?
Exactly. It's better than the Gators.
Dude, I know you may not know this. Miss Kim used to be a social worker. If you're not feeling safe in your Florida State home, you just let me know. I can get you. I can get you moved somewhere. What? I gotta back up because you threw me off there a little bit. Cruise ship? Are you a big cruise guy?
Yeah.
They go on like cruises every other weekend.
Every other weekend.
You weren't supposed to say that.
I know.
He loves
and I can't judge. We are actually, my girls are going to be seniors, and so Carnival has a brand new ship that sails. They'll graduate on Friday next year, and their new ship sails on Sunday. And so we're going to be on that new ship. Where's the favorite place that you've been? The ice cream bar.
Yes, it's true. It's free.
It is.
It's free.
All you can eat. Where's the best place that you've been?
Probably. I don't really know, but we've gone to the Bahamas, and I don't remember what it's called, but it was like a private
Nassau.
island. No.
Oh.
We don't. No, I do not like Nassau.
Yeah, Nassau. I don't like Nassau either.
Probably Coco Cay in the Bahamas.
All right. Cruise Insider. It's Coco Key. They spell it C-A-Y, but it's pronounced Key. So you'll Coco Key. Been there. I've been there. I was actually just there a couple months ago. Sorry, don't tell Dr. Brewer at South. We caught in sick. No, we did not. But we were at Coco. But it's pronounced Key. I learned that. And it's cute when you say K, but when a grown man says K, they look at you like, no more ice cream for you.
This makes me more often.
No, that's right, yeah. We'll take that up with the husband. Tell me a little bit about what you want to do.
Well, I want to be a teacher. I'm not really sure what grade, but I want to be a teacher. And I want to go to UT, University of Tennessee.
Nice. Volunteers. So we've got y'all all over the place.
Fan.
Are you a huge Tennessee fan? How come?
Well, my mom went there, and she was actually a flag girl on there.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really know, but
You don't know where your dad went?
I don't know.
Both of my parents went to UT.
My dad did go to. I know he went to. He did go to Swanee when he was a kid, but. I don't
You don't know
where he went to college.
You lost track of your dad after 5th grade? It's almost Father's Day. Work on that. We're gonna work. But what do you want to be? You're going to be a teacher. Do you have a subject that you like the most?
Math probably.
Yes.
Really?
Go math.
Yes,
Woo,
math.
Go.
Math? Y'all are cheering for math.
Yeah.
We just hope Miss Christopher's not watching.
Tigers are weird. Mr. Why is that?
Because Miss Christopher is our ELA teacher.
Oh.
Mr. Masters is gonna be proud of us.
Yeah, Mr. Math fan.
So when we do this quiz after the show goes off there, we're going to do math.
Yes.
But we're talking about history.
Depending on what problems you do.
Well,
I want challenge paper.
You want a challenge?
We can do it.
Well, all the smart people are behind you, and since I'll be doing the test, this one's going to be easy. It's like how many decades are in 100 years?
10.
No.
What?
Well, yes.
Decade?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. I know 10 years is a decade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I
That's a prefix.
can I tell you
The 10s,
something?
the 20s.
You were too smart for Florida State. Just on that one question alone, I can already tell. Well, let me ask you, because Miss Kim mentioned it during our commercial break, and y'all are having way too much fun during the commercial breaks, by the way. You're not supposed to dance to weather reports. That's just weird, okay?
No, it's not.
But Miss Kim, we were talking during the commercial break. So tell me, I'm a sports guy. You know, this year, and this is, I'm not quite at 100, but this coming up year is going to be my 20th year as the football announcer for Franklin County, and I do North and South as well. So tell me a sports fact that you've learned.
Well, our field at recess, it used to be a baseball field, and we don't actually have real soccer games here, but a lot of the 4th and the 5th graders at recess, they like to play soccer because we have goals, and also one of the other sports is basketball, but which we have, but our gym, it's not big enough for basketball games.
Yeah, we have to travel.
We have to travel.
But can I tell you a little history fact? And look, I'm not 100. I'm close. But the reason that your gym is so short or so small, back in those days, they had a different line. You would have to dribble up to this line and then come back to the other line. And that was for, and I'm a girl dad, so don't take this personal, that was for girls basketball. That was how the girls used to play, and they used to play, the girls would play with 6 girls on the court at the same time instead of 5.
Yeah. Why?
Well, and this is, and here, and listen, I'm just sharing information. I have twin daughters, and you know, I'm a girl dad, I love girls. They didn't think girls could handle the full court. That's the truth. That's why the courts were, and that's why they had 6 girls played at the same time, and they played it. I'm not saying I don't shoot the messenger. I'm just sharing some history. But that's why the gym is that side. Cowan was the same way. They ended up they adjusted Cowan's gym over there. But a lot of those gyms in the older days, that's why they were done that way. So, but now we know that was nonsense. And Miss Bruce just she shook her head at me disgustedly. And all I did was I just shared some knowledge. Now, help me get out of this. Tell me a sports fact.
Well, also about our gym, about how Bella said how we can't have games, but we also are we had was it Franklin County paying for the gym, or was it? Yeah, we had Franklin County, like the Franklin County School District, pay for our gym, and didn't they pay for the softball?
Cafeteria.
Cafeteria.
We had our cafeteria.
Oh yeah,
Cafeteria.
yeah, and yeah.
So the kids would eat lunch and then play in the gym.
Right.
Yeah, because they ate in the gym.
In the gym.
No, they ate in the art room by
That's
the
gross.
door room by the doors in the gym.
That's gross. Well, all right, Miss Mia, give me a sports fact.
Like Bella was talking about soccer, I think that it's really fun how the 5th and the 4th graders mostly play. Sometimes other people play, but
Right.
I really think that's a cool thing because they usually play 4th through 5th.
Y'all
But
play
then
the 4th against the 5th
play-
grade?
Yes.
Yeah, but then
Yeah,
it turns out to be the
I do too.
WWE and all that stuff.
I still play.
Although
I still play even though I have a boot on.
She does have a boot.
And she scored yesterday. I scored too.
Is that how you got a boot? Was it a bad soccer?
We don't dance.
We don't even know how we got a boot.
It's something to do with my growth.
That's what happens when you're my age. You wake up and stuff's broken. It's like I
foot's
dreamed
not
about
broke.
soccer,
My
and now
foot's
I'm
not broken.
now I'm
It's
out of
just-
work for a week.
My foot's not broken. It's just my growth
You're
plate.
growing. How tall are you gonna be?
Well,
Like 6'5". That's awesome. What sports do you play?
I do dance. I play soccer, but I'm not currently playing.
Right.
And then I play basketball, and then I might start volleyball.
Nice. Competition.
Oh, and I also do swim.
Competition dance.
Yes, sir. And I also do rec too. So I do both.
That's a lot of dancing. What do you think? All right, now I know, and please, no Georgia facts. Nobody cares about that stuff. I don't
Thank
care
you.
what your
Thank
does
you.
there. But give us a Swanee sports fact.
Well, so when they mentioned the volleyball courts earlier, but so down in like the forest area now where we have forest classrooms, there used to be volleyball courts.
Right.
And they could play there. And one of the interviewers that we had said that they got, like, one time before there were volleyball courts there, they went down and they had, like, a mud fight down there.
Yeah. And they actually, the teacher said when they did mud fights, it only happened one time. That was
enough.
And it was all down there, and they said. And also, like they said for the gym, like they still have this trail, the trail that goes to the military academy.
Right.
That trail is still there.
Is the military academy still there?
Yeah.
It
Well,
is?
yes.
Building's still there.
The
but
building's
Yeah.
still there. How long ago was that?
Oh gosh, that would have been the 1940s.
1940s.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
forget that was there.
40s and 50s, and then they converged, I think, like 70s, 80s. I don't know. Oh
Yeah.
gosh, I don't remember all the specific facts for the military academy, but I know in the 40s and 50s they were still walking over there, and it's so funny to hear some people talk about with excitement, and then we got to walk through the woods up to the military academy to play, and others were like, and they made us walk through the woods and go up to the military academy to play. So I love hearing the stories because everybody's got their own perspective.
Well, and Cason's ready to bring back the mud fight.
It sounds like it.
Right.
Sounds like it.
You said it only happened once.
Yeah, it did. I really
Time
want
to happen again.
And yeah, they had a lot of games that they used to play that we're not allowed to play now.
What the?
Oh,
Like
they
Red-
heard about
Red Rover.
Red
Red
Rover.
Rover. Red Rover.
some other games they were mentioning yesterday.
I was the Red Rover champion at Meadowview, Virginia, back in 1981. They still talk about it.
They stopped playing because the girl broke her arm.
Yeah, that's when the last time
And
that ended.
so they were saying how we don't have a big enough gym to play basketball, but my dad's the PE coach and we still do like a lot of fun stuff in
Right.
there. And when we play games, most of the time we travel to Townsend, and tonight at 5 it's parent playoff, so come support Swanee.
And make sure you
Well,
and
look at you.
keep the Swanee shirt on. Don't
Keep-
put Cowan or anything on. Keep it on Swanee.
Swanee needs the points.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
is that-
need points. Come.
Gotta keep the
We
trophy.
need everybody to come.
And
Oh,
you-
y'all are the reigning champs.
yes, we always win.
So what happens at a parent playoff?
You get food and then not.
And you play games.
Mr. Eric Van Zant
Yeah.
and his Camporus staff,
Right.
they first of all they do feed you.
I've heard about it,
Yes,
but
it's a great time. So you go out for some good food and some just community and family for the beginning,
Right.
and then after everyone eats and their belly is full, he takes the kiddos and they go back and they work on some kind of project or
Right.
games that have a thing behind it with some of his staff while he presents to the parents on ways to better support their students at home. Tonight, I hear that we're getting a lesson on internet safety from a gentleman from the TBI. So some interesting things I'm sure will be shared. So yes, as the kiddos said, please come out. And if you sign in, make sure you click the Swanee button.
Yeah.
We need all the points.
Now, I have learned something. I've lived here. It'll be 21 years, and my girls went to Cowan and then went to South. My wife teaches at South. They're Franklin County. Swanee is very competitive.
We're
Yes.
smart.
And yeah, we are very smart too. And you
Got
need to
brains.
hang a Swanee shirt on the wall.
I only got one.
We'll bring you another.
Yeah, we'll bring you another one.
You bring.
It needs to match your Swanee helmet.
You
Yeah.
notice that?
Oh yeah, you do have one big one.
Okay.
There you go. See.
And you also need to make your Georgia helmet bigger.
No, the Georgia helmet needs to be very small.
Yeah, it needs to be like itty bitty.
You're just jealous because we're better.
No,
Well,
you did not win though.
we were getting along so well until Susie brought up Georgia.
Yeah.
Well, it's way better than Florida State.
So, well, that and that's hard. to
That's
argue
not
with.
true. That's not
hard to
true.
argue. All right, so, real quick, have y'all had a good time?
Yes, definitely.
Well, thank you so much for coming. So we're going to remind folks, May the 8th at 5 o'clock. It will be at Swanee Elementary School. They're on the property. Y'all are going to be escorting them around, going to be talking about some history, going to walk them through history. You've got folks dressing up and all the different decades. One thing that was shared by Miss Bruce, and I'm going to put this on my post after we leave, 1926ses@gmail.com. Folks out there listening, they can send. You're looking for photographs, memories,
stories, memories. Yep.
I know a lot of folks up there are still talking about the time that Charlie Green played that dwarf back in 1927.
That's right.
They talk about that.
There is also a Facebook page that's that we've just tapped
just
into.
For that?
It's actually if you grew up in Sewanee, and so you can go to in Facebook. You can look up if you grew up in Sewanee, and you could ask to join that. And people have been sharing. And what we've been trying to do is track down the principals from the beginning to now, and we're kind of fuzzy.
How many of them have there?
Well, the problem is it's between 1927, when we know Theron Myers was our second principal, Ralph Black was the first one. Then there's a space of time.
Right.
And we're confused. So, I mean, we've got a few names, but we're just trying to get the years. And I love it when people say, oh, Mr. Langford was my principal when I was in first grade. I'm like, that is great. When were you in first grade?
And when she's talking about principals, like also, like she said, on May 8th, our forest is, we're going to dedicate it to a former school principal who recently passed away last year. So
yeah. That's awesome. But y'all are really good at this. Y'all aren't supposed to make this look so easy. Now I'm getting a little bit nervous. I'm probably going to sign off here and update my resume before y'all come for my job. But I hope y'all have had a good time. I've had a great time getting to talk with the interview. Looking forward to. I'm coming. I'm going to come up on May the 8th at 5 o'clock. I want to.
Thank you so much.
I'm counting on some really bright colors. I know I'm going to be protected by some construction workers. One that giggles too much.
I'm not.
Are you not?
She's 1950s. I don't know.
1950. Oh, you're going to have the poodle skirt on.
Yeah.
Yes.
See there? There you go. You look so proud.
I'm so proud.
And the thing behind our construction workers, so this year's theme for our school year is building our future. So we've kind of tied it all together in with our 100th day celebration.
Awesome. Well, it's going to be a great time. So, again, that is on May the 8th at 5 o'clock at the Sewanee Elementary School. And you've been listening to, we've gone through, y'all been here for over an hour. This is awesome. I've enjoyed talking with you. So, before we sign off, we got to give me one more power trip.
And we got to do our We Are Respectful.
You got to do, oh.
Yeah, we got to roll.
Yeah.
Well, now here's the deal. I agree under one condition. Jason, none of that stuff. Because that was I'm going to be seeing that in my sleep tonight. That was but
a Swanee Tiger always roars for positive
behavior.
We are respectful, organized, attentive, responsible, and safe. Roar!
Have an amazing week.
Swanee
Tigers!
You've been listening to the Afternoon Handoff here on ESPN Radio 1340 106.9. Thank you guys for coming. I've enjoyed having you. Tune in the morning. It is What the Florida Friday. We'll probably talk bad about Georgia, but Joe and Chewy, 7 o'clock, and then right back here tomorrow, the Afternoon Handoff. Have a great evening, everybody. Good night. God bless you.
Anglers, the 2026 Tim's Ford Bass Classic is coming up Saturday, April 4th at the Tim's Ford Bass Club. Blast-off starts at 7 a.m. with weigh-in at 3 p.m. And there's a guaranteed payout of over $15,000, including $5,000 for first place. This year's event is made possible by our presenting sponsors: Phoenix Boats, Turfcrafts of Tennessee, Gillum's Marine, CFC Recycling, and CWS.